Hey everybody, it's Valerie with Faithful Crafter, and I am back with a design team project share. I was asked to be a guest designer for the Crafty Me Shop, which is a great assortment of beautiful laces and trims from, I would almost say, all around the world, although Esme does have French Fridays. I was challenged to make something, and what I created was this altered mini suitcase. It's using all of the products from the package that I was sent, and there's another video that will show that, and I'll link it below. But I needed a box that I could display and also keep all my vintage photography and postcards in, and so this was a box. It was a miniature suitcase that I got at Hobby Lobby. It was, I want to say paper mache, but what I did is use gesso all around the edges, a white gesso, and then I used Tilda paper to cover the box. I used two of my favorite things here, and that was the Tilda paper and all these French laces from Esme's shop. The paper pad that I used is this one, and I can't remember the name of it. I want to say By the Sea, but I really can't remember. Anyway, this is the design I came up with. This is a piece of artwork from an artist that I absolutely love, and I want to say Thomas Reynolds. It might be Gainsborough, and I'm fumbling at the moment. Anyway, I was sent these laces, and I'll show you, because a lot of it I trimmed out sections and stuck them to create like this cameo piece. This was a jeweled piece that I cut down. For example, it originally came in like this, so I cut it down because I love jewelry on everything I have. This is a piece of lace. This is another piece that's an overlay here and there. This is a piece that I cut out off of one, and this was the top of it. These beautiful pearls all over this. This is an ivory piece. This is off-whites here. This particular, and I'll show you this lace piece as how I trimmed it. This was another piece of lace here, that these little pieces across the bottom came from this piece of lace. But I think it's really fun when you look at how you can trim things out. The way that this is going to be displayed is I try to leave the bottom blank and the back blank, because the suitcase is either going to be sitting up on my shelf this way or it will be laying down. I did the sides using different lace pieces here. I trimmed them all out. I did a little bit of the stenciling. Where's the stencil I used? The stencil I used was the Tim Holtz Blossom, and I just used a white textured paste, and I used it on the sides here just to give it a little bit of extra texture. And this side and this side are exactly the same. I used distress ink all around the edges to give it a nice little vintage shabby chic look. In the bottom, all the laces are glued down with my hot glue gun. The papers I glued down with my Heidi Swap Magic Medium. So I used that to apply the paper to the actual box, which that, like I said, it was gessoed. The top of the box has these antique looking metal suitcase clips and a beautiful handle. Here's some more little lace corner pieces. What I also, because the paper was so beautiful, I didn't want to cover the paper up, so I tried to use a lot of the transparent areas so you can still see through the lace and you can still see the paper. Now when you open the box, I'm trying to keep this video really short, when you open the box, this is still from the same paper collection. This was, let's see if I can get in here, Esme had sent this vintage sepia photo of this beautiful lady, and it's printed on fabric. So she had butterfly wings in her package to me, so I used the butterfly wings behind the lady, a little sequence flower piece here, organza rose she had sent, and this is piling of different lace treatment all across the bottom here. So that's sort of the inside. The inside's still gessoed and paper because this is where all the vintage photos and my postcards are going to go. So let me show you what I cut up to create this box. The main piece across the top here, and many of you have seen this particular lace pattern. Actually, I think I ran it this way. And what I did is I cut out sections of it like that. So I cut out, these were those pieces that I used across the bottom, here, all here. So I used different sections that I cut out of this particular lace piece. This particular lace, she had sent a lot of this, and I trimmed out these pieces to frame here and here, and then I used these little sprays of flowers. I cut them out where they're like this, and I used those on the corners here. Like I said, it's real pretty because you get the shimmer, but you can still see through it to see the paper, which I was really happy. This was a pink applique. I did cut off, I think there were 2 of these leaf sections over here, and I cut that off. The other piece that I had cut up was this piece. It had the topper on it up here. I ended up cutting right there and using it for that part, and then the little piece that was draped across the bottom, I cut it off and used it here as like a little skirt, so you have this sort of cameo effect here. The other laces and trims that I used, I think some of you have seen this particular pattern. I thought it was neat to turn it this way because these look like little angel wings to me. So again, it's all in how you see it. So I cut that section out, just one of those pieces from there to there, and put that on both sides, if you can see it. And then I used this piece of these connected flowers, cut them apart, and I used one on each side of the box here and over on this side as well. For the inside, come on, there you go. For the inside, I was sent a lot of this particular lace piece, and I cut big sections of it out, just trimmed it all out, cut big sections out, and that's what I used for this corner all over in here, and then right across the bottom is a whole section of layers and layers of it. You might not be able to see it in the video, but there's layers. There's a tiny, tiny pink rose right there. That pink rose, like I said, the butterfly wings, I took the big butterfly she had sent, I took it apart and just hot glued the wings behind the lady that I had trimmed. I trimmed her out real good, fussy cutter, and then put her in there with the wings behind her. I think it's just a fun look. And I think that was nearly, I mean, there were a few little pieces that I didn't use in the overall set, but I did try. I think I used all of this. That's why I'm not being able to show this to you. There was a whole long piece of this. I used it there, and I used it across here as well. This is all glued down, so nothing is going anywhere. I use things like this on my bookshelf to hide things behind it, and then also have storage inside. So again, this was going to hold my vintage photography, and postcards. Well, I hope you all have enjoyed this guest design team package for the Crafty Me Shop, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, like the video if you like it, and leave a comment and I will answer you. Have a blessed day. Take care. Bye-bye.